Shark Tank. My name is Zach Fridley. This is my wife Tessie. We're from Perry, Utah, where I'm currently a blind landscape contractor.
You heard him right, people. A blind landscape contractor. No joke. It's crazy. But together we started the Germavoid company.
Today we're asking for $75,000 in exchange for 25% equity in our company called Germavoid. So my entire life I've always been what I call a flexible foot flusher.
Brilliant butt bumper.
Next we got the famous sneaky pinky puller move.
And of course the professional paper towel gripper.
So I'm not a germaphobe. I call myself a germavoid. I don't fear all germs, but I do try and avoid the ones in gross public places.
One night as we were sitting at a party with a group of friends, the topic of public germs came up. To our surprise, our friends started throwing out that they too were pinky pullers, paper towel grippers, and flexible foot flushers. We thought those were our moves, but we realized that almost every single person at that party did those same moves.
That's when we knew there was a very massive problem with an untapped market out there. So that very night, I came home, grabbed a hanger out of my closet, cut off the ends, wrapped it with electrical tape, and the very first prototype of the Germavoid Clean Touch was born.
But then I said, whoa, Zach, before we get too deep into this product, we need to find out if there's really a market for it. So we got online, created a short survey, and threw it out there on social media. To our surprise, we found out that 80% of people that took that survey wanted a way to avoid public germs too.
So from there, we spent the next 2 years prototyping and testing until now the final prototype of the Germavoid Clean Touch is here.
So, did you know that 50% of your beloved soda machine buttons have human fecal matter on them? Or that door handles on your favorite retail stores and restaurants can carry up to 200 infectious diseases?
You got to admit, that's pretty dang disgusting.
That's why we created the Clean Touch, the first compact, portable, and conveniently designed product that allows you to touch all those germy public surfaces without touching all those nasty germs.
Exactly. So all you do is simply slide out the elastic germ guard, insert your finger, and you're ready to grab door handles, touch toilets, push buttons on elevators, ATMs, soda machines, and drinking fountains, or even tap and sign on public touchscreens, all while keeping your hands flu and feces free. When you're done, simply remove your finger and retract the contaminated side to keep your hands germ-free during transportation and between uses. Conveniently attached to your keys, the Clean Touch goes wherever you go, and its innovative design makes it quick, easy, and discreet to use. When your germ guard needs replaced, simply release the cover and install a new guard in seconds.
Although the Clean Touch works on most surfaces, it doesn't work on the most germiest public surface out there, gas pumps. That's why we created the Germavoid gas gloves. Come with us and take a look.
Did you know that over 71% of your gas pumps are covered in infectious diseases such as E. coli, staph, salmonella, and the flu? That's why we created the Germavoid gas gloves. The first compact disposable glove dispenser that conveniently attaches behind your gas door to offer a quick and easy solution to touching the pumps. All you do is open your gas door, grab a glove, and you're ready to remove your gas cap. Press buttons on the keypad, select your fuel type, and ultimately pump your gas, all without any contact with your bare hands. No more greasy hands, no more smelling like gas, and no more touching strangers' sweaty salmonella. When you're done, simply replace the gas pump, put your gas cap back on, dispose of the glove, and smile about your flu and feces-free fill-up. It's that simple.
Installation is just as easy. The pill and stick Velcro allows you to easily remove and attach a new dispenser when you have to replace. The compact design allows you to easily store your replacements in your glove box, console, or pocket. As you can see, we are taking an entirely different approach to germs than our competitors. Rather than focusing on what to do after you touch germs, like hand sanitizer, we are focusing on avoiding them altogether, because despite their claims, hand sanitizers really only kill 40 to 60% of germs That's leaving half of those bad boys still on your hands.
And in our busy daily lives, soap and water is not always accessible or convenient when we need it. That's why the Germ Avoid company stepped in to fill in the gaps. Our products allow you to conveniently continue touching and using public surfaces without touching all their harmful germs, saving you time and keeping you healthy.
We have done patent searches on both of our products and have filed provisional patents on each of them.
Although we are pre-revenue, we're reaching the final stages of product development and will soon be ready for production. That's why right now would be a perfect time for us to make a deal with the sharks. I have always loved being an entrepreneur. When I was just in the 5th grade, I was one of the first to start selling snow cones. I built and painted my own snow cone shack and made $104 my very first day. And as an adult, although I've always been self-employed as a landscape contractor, my passion has always been inventing new products, but I never really pursued it until tragedy struck our family. Back in 2009, I was driving down to work when I noticed a blind spot in the right side of my eye. I went into the eye doctor and he quickly rushed me to the hospital because he saw that I was quickly and permanently losing my eyesight. As soon as I got to the hospital, doctors rushed to do everything they could to try and stop the progression of my eyesight, but despite all their efforts, every morning I woke up with less and less sight. At the end of the 3-week hospital stay, they basically pronounced me legally blind and released me from the hospital, wishing me luck as my new life as being blind.
As you can imagine, our life got super hard and difficult at that time. Zach had no idea how to be a blind husband or father, or especially a provider for our family, and I had no idea how to help him in this role. But we both knew we couldn't just sit back and do nothing, so when landscaping season rolled around, I decided I could step up and help him and make this work. And so I became his driver, and I learned to pull and back up trailers and haul equipment, and I was delivering materials to them all day, all with our little boy in tow. And even though Zach was blind, he would go out and with his one full-time worker and be out there digging in the dirt, working so hard just to be able to provide for our family. It was definitely far from ideal, but we were definitely making it work until tragedy number 2 hit our family, and our little boy Dakota, who was 2 at the time, got in a severe accident that left him with severe brain damage and permanently disabled, unable to walk, talk, eat, or even breathe on his own. And our life just totally got turned upside down once again, and I was left homebound caring for Dakota all day and all night. He needed meds and foods, and he just needed constant cares, and I no longer could be there to help Zach with his business. So his parents, siblings, and even his grandparents stepped up, and they kind of took over where I left off and started helping him with his business.
And although I was making it work, it was extremely difficult and frustrating every single day because I was constantly relying upon other people to help me do my job. And that's when I realized I needed to start pursuing my passion of inventing and start selling a new product of mine and get out of the service industry. And despite being blind and testing homebound with Dakota, I graduated from college. I continued to maintain my landscaping company to provide for our family, as well as designed, patented, and ultimately licensed my very first product, all at the darkest and most tragic time of our life. And although it was the most absolute worst time to risk our family's financial security, we risked every single thing that we had for my very first product. And after getting a licensing deal with that first product, we dumped all of that money back into the Germ Avoid company, where we have $20,000 of our own money invested in that. I'm starting to see my dream come true, but making a deal with the sharks can actually complete that dream for our family and help me get out of the service industry of landscaping and allow me to start the Germ Avoid company and run that full time.
We always like to say we're creating a Germ Avoid generation, and that truly is our ultimate goal. We want to be a global company offering multiple products to help people avoid harmful public germs.
As you can see, we already have 2 great products with very wide markets, targeting men and women of all ages, as well as at a price point they can all afford. Because we're almost ready for production, now would be a perfect time for us to make a deal with the sharks to get their help to start marketing the Germ Avoid company and get it spread throughout the world. please give us a shot in front of the sharks so we can make this dream come true for our family. Thank you so much.